All right, anime fam. Today we're diving straight into romance territory, the kind of school romance anime that glues you to the screen until 3 a.m. Here are 7 series currently fueling my late night binges. Kicking off with number 7, Haide Kudasai, Takamine-san Takane. Takamine can rewind short stretches by removing her underwear. Koshi Shirota discovers her secret and becomes entangled as her reluctant confidant and closet partner. Haide Kudasai? Takamine-san is such a roller coaster of school romance and bizarre fantasy mechanics. At first glance, it looks like the typical popular girl with a quirk, but then the stakes hit. Takamine's power to rewind events by changing her underwear is equal parts wild and tragic, and it forces real conversation about vulnerability. The male lead, being the only one who knows her secret, creates tension that feels earned. Every scene between them lands because there is this constant question: will she let someone hold her flaws without fixing them away? It makes the blushes mean more. Also, the series balances ecchi humor with moments that actually tug at your chest. I binged episodes late, laughing and then feeling emotional. And honestly, the show made me think about how we all hide mistakes. It's goofy, risky, and oddly sincere, exactly the kind of weird romance I keep coming back to. Sliding to number 6, The 100 Girlfriends Who Really Love You. After a lifetime of rejections, Rentaro is told by the love god he's destined for 100 soulmates, launching chaotic harem antics and awkward dating. Okay, The 100 Girlfriends Who Really Love You is pure chaos and absolutely addictive. Rentaro's journey from endless rejection to being burdened with 100 soulmates reads like a mad romantic comedy experiment. The wild premise could have been shallow, but the show actually gives many of the girls real quirks and scenes that make them feel alive. Because of that, each gag lands harder. You care about reactions instead of disposable punchlines. Watching Rentaro attempt fairness turns into genuine comedy gold, like a masterclass in awkward empathy. The series is loud, ridiculous, and surprisingly warm when someone shares a vulnerable moment. I laughed a lot, I cringed a bit, and I ended up rooting for certain pairings more than I expected. It's a chaotic ride and pure fun. Honestly, it's the kind of anime that makes you pause and say, why does this actually work? Landing on number 5, The Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity. Kind pastry apprentice, Rintaro meets graceful Kaoruko from rival school at his family's patisserie. Their gentle, slow-burn romance navigates school rivalry, gossip, and personal growth. This anime surprised me by turning the popular girl trope into something so quietly powerful. The outsider and the adored girl dynamic could be flimsy, but here it's layered. The storytelling lingers on small moments. Notes passed, stolen glances, and the social pressure that can shred confidence. I appreciated how the show doesn't try to gloss over gossip and judgment. It keeps showing how a single rumor can rearrange a person's life. That realism makes the tender scenes between the leads feel earned because you understand what they're risking. It also reminded me of my own awkward high school days when every text felt catastrophic. The animation captures subtle expressions perfectly, and the soundtrack tugs at emotions without being cheesy. If you want a romance that feels earnest and a little melancholy, this one nails it and will keep you watching episode after episode. Quiet, emotional, and devastating in the best possible way. Looking at number 4, Medaka Kuroiwa is impervious to my charms. Queen Bee Mona Kawai expects adoration, but transfer student Medaka Kuroiwa remains unmoved. Her increasingly desperate attempts spark genuine feelings, comedy, and slowly softening defenses eventually. This series is comedy gold because it flips the egotistical queen bee trope on its head. The pretty girl expects everyone to fall for her, and then Medaka strolls in unaffected, which creates this hilarious tension. The show plays with pride, stubbornness, and the small cracks that appear when someone's usual tricks fail. I loved watching the girl try different tactics, each more outrageous than the last. And watching Medaka maintain that unmoved facade felt like watching a calm sea while a storm rages. There's true charm in the slow realization that both leads are learning from each other. She's softer beneath the armor, and he's not a robot. The slices of awkwardness, failed flirting, misread cues are handled with punchy timing. If you've ever tried to act cool around someone and totally failed, this anime will hit home and make you laugh at yourself. It's hilarious and surprisingly sweet. Number 3. Dealing with Mikadono sisters is a breeze. After his mother's death, Yu Ayase moves in with the talented Mikadono sisters. House share antics lead to close bonds, comedic chaos, and gradually budding romance. This show is like living inside the most chaotic, affectionate household you can imagine. Having multiple sisters with distinct vibes gives the series endless comedic setups and emotional variety. The lead's patience is tested constantly, but it's the little slice-of-life moments that make the romance believable. Shared dinners, teasing banter, and sincere apologies. Each sister brings something different to the table, so episodes never feel repetitive. On a personal note, I relate because I once stayed with friends whose family dynamics were non-stop, and it felt like the anime captured that energy perfectly. The balance between frantic comedy and softer, intimate scenes hits a cozy spot. It's one of those shows you keep watching even when the setup gets ridiculous because the characters feel alive and the chemistry is consistent. Perfect for late-night binge sessions when you want comfort mixed with chaos. It's comfort food with a spicy, hilarious twist. Number 2. Anyway, I'm falling in love with you. Teen girl Mizuha and 4 childhood friends navigate shifting feelings as their close bonds face heartbreak, growing pains, and the messy reality of first love. I love that this series focuses on what happens after a confession instead of dragging the mystery out forever. The realistic portrayal of relationship growing pains, miscommunications, jealousy, awkward text convos, and those tiny wins of reassurance makes it resonate. Watching 2 people adjust to caring openly is both cute and painfully relatable. The characters feel like teenagers trying their best with limited experience, and those stumbles are portrayed with empathy. I found myself cringing at some scenes because I remember doing the same things, but then smiling when they managed to talk things through. The pacing keeps you invested, letting small moments breathe so chemistry develops naturally instead of being telegraphed. For anyone tired of endless chase arcs, this anime is refreshing. It's warm, honest, and oddly grounding in a genre that often prefers stylized drama. By the end, I was invested in their small victories and laughing at my past self. Number 1. Baban Ban Vampire. A centuries-old vampire crosses paths with a modern teen, forming an unlikely guardianship that blends gothic danger, awkward school life, and unexpectedly tender, warm romance. This one mixes supernatural stakes with school drama really well, and I'm here for it. The vampire twist gives the romance immediate consequences. Secrets, danger, and choices that could change everything. Unlike some shows that lean fully into melodrama, this balances gothic tension with goofy school moments. Late-night stakeouts paired with cafeteria awkwardness, and the lead trying to hide fangs during gym class is somehow iconic. The chemistry under moonlight scenes hit, but the series also knows when to diffuse tension with a joke. It reminded me of older vampire romances, but updated with sharper humor and quicker pacing. I kept pausing episodes to fangirl over a single line, then laughing at myself for being dramatic. If you want a romance that feels dangerous and safe at once, this blend of thrills and sweetness is a perfect midnight snack. Thrilling, sweet, occasionally hilarious, and totally bingeable. So there you have it. 7 school romance anime currently eating up my watch list and my sleep schedule. From heartfelt confessions to absolute chaos with 100 girlfriends, these shows deliver peak entertainment. If you're watching any of these, drop your favorite moments below. And hey, don't forget, romance anime hits different at 2 a.m.